So the 76ers and Nets face off tonight with first place in the East on the line. And Joel Embiid is embracing the spotlight, talking a big game to back up his latest MVP buzz. When discussing Shaquille O'Neal, who was the last center to win MVP, Embiid said, quote, Shaq was extremely dominant, and that's what I've been this season. Dominant, but that's not the only comparison he made. When talking about his offensive style, get this, guys, Embiid said, I've always seen myself as just being like Kevin Durant, just moving all over the place, shooting off the dribble, handling the ball, crossovers, posting up. So, yeah, he's confident. Shannon, do you like Embiid comparing himself to both Shaq and KD?
I don't think really Joel Embiid understands Shaq's level of dominance. Shaq was dominant in the regular season. But, Skip, he was historically. Shaq, in the NBA Finals, this is what he did his first Finals. He was 38 points, 17 rebounds, 2 assists. And then he followed up that next year with 33, 16, and 5. And then he followed that up with, Skip, with 36, 12, and 3. Let that sink in for a second. He averaged that for a finals. If you go back when he was in Orlando, he was 28, 13, and 6 against arguably the greatest defensive center, Hakeem Olajuwon, to ever play. Now, you could take your choice, he or Mr. Russell, Bill Russell, but Olajuwon is on a very short list of the greatest defensive center skip to ever play. That's what Shaq did. And even when they lost to Detroit, he was 26, 11, and 2. So, Joel, while you're dominating in the regular season, and Shaq did that a lot because he was like 6 or 7 times first-team All-NBA from 2000 to 2006, first-team All-NBA. You're going to have to do what you're doing in the regular season, like what he did, Skip, that 36 points in what, 26 minutes? He'll have to do that. He'll have to do that when it counts. Because, look, Skip, I believe he's right back in smack dab in the MVP discussion because guys are missing. Harden's missing games. Kawhi Leonard's missed 14 games. LeBron's gonna miss 15 games. The only guy that's really Kevin Durant's missed a bunch of games.
Jokic.
The only guy I think he's gonna have to worry about is Jokic. Jokic's playing there every day, but now that Jamal Murray's gone, what are they gonna look like? I don't know if you're gonna give it to a guy that finishes in the fifth or the sixth seed. I don't know if he can get it.
Aaron Gordon's been a big addition for them.
Yeah, but Jamal Murray was that guy. And so, Skip, I'll give Joel Embiid credit. He's finally starting to realize, well, Shaq realized, I'm the biggest mofo out here. Let me play like it. I don't think Joel Embiid always played like he was the biggest, baddest mofo on the court. He is this year.
Speaking of Shaq, Shaq's been all over him just because of that.
He is now. He's playing like, y'all put him on me. Y'all disrespecting me.
That is what he's doing.
Shaq, anytime you didn't double Shaq, it doesn't matter who the center was. It could be David Roberts. It could be Hakeem Olajuwon and Lonzo Mourning. If you didn't double him, Shaq deemed that as disrespectful. No disrespect to the guy that's guarding him, but he said, y'all think this one guy going to be able to do something with me, 7'1", 325?
Yep.
Not on his best day. So I like what I'm saying. Now, I don't get that Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a very unique figure, Skip. We've never seen anything. Now, we've only seen one guy be able to shoot the ball at that size like Kevin Durant, that's Dirk Nowitzki. But Dirk Nowitzki didn't have a heavy pull-up at 28 feet. Dirk Nowitzki wasn't putting the ball on the floor and getting to the mid-range or getting all the way to the rim. Now, he can shoot free throws just as good as KD, but we've never seen anything like KD as far as size and skill.
Yep.
Dirk could shoot it like he could, but Dirk wasn't putting it on the floor and doing all the things that KD could do. Okay. So I don't see the similarities with KD, but Shaq, he makes a very compelling point, but he's finally starting to realize, hell, I'm as big as Shaq. I'm as skilled as Shaq. He might be more skilled than Shaq. Shaq wasn't shooting no threes. Shaq wasn't pulling up from 18, 15 feet.
No.
But Shaq got your butt on the block. He was dunking on your head.
I've told you before how I feel about Shaq, whom I covered all those big games in the playoffs and all that period with Kobe when they just tore the league up.
Yeah, it wasn't fair.
He was the most dominant offensive force I've ever seen in this league, but it was brute force.
Yes.
It was hard to referee and sometimes hard to watch. Now back to Joel.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw Ben Simmons into this because both of them have been talking loudly. They have a big showdown tonight. The Nets are back-to-back on the road, but it's at Philly. The Nets obviously had to play at Minnesota yesterday, so it made it a back-to-back.
Right. It's supposed to be Monday. It's supposed to be Monday, Wednesday.
So they're a little at a disadvantage here. But Ben Simmons took his shot. yesterday saying, well, there's only one basketball. When we talk about the Nets, there's only one basketball, and you have to play defense.
And you got to play defense.
Okay, kaboom. That's a big shot fired ahead of this game.
It was.
And then Joel's going Shaq and Kevin Durant. It's a lot of big talk, but I like how this team is growing up with Doc as the new head coach and the new
They're
voice.
better than I thought they were going to be. I mean, I know what Joel Embiid is.
They're really good.
Yeah, Tobias Harris, Danny Green. Danny Green looks like the Danny Green that was in San Antonio.
I agree. And Shaq comes off the bench and just shakes it up, and they're a really difficult to beat basketball team. They devastated Dallas at Dallas.
What's the guy's Korkmaz?
Korkmaz.
Korkmaz.
Yes.
Korkmaz.
Yes.
He can shoot it.
Can he?
Seth Curry can shoot it.
Can he shoot it? Okay, so they're growing up right before your very eyes, and they're getting full of themselves in a good way. I'm okay with what they're talking about because they're arriving right on schedule, and it's going to be, I believe, Nets versus Sixers, to me, for all the marbles in the Eastern Conference when all is said and done. Okay, now back to his comparisons. I don't think he's saying, I am Shaq or I'm better than Shaq. Right. He just said, I'm as dominant as Shaq was in a different way because he's physical. He is a 7-foot monster.
Yeah, it's going to be 300 pounds. He should be.
He is 300 pounds. And there are some nights when he is truly unstoppable.
Yes.
Because he's not Kevin Durant, but he is Durant-ish on some nights because he can wheel and deal with the basketball. Right. Do you realize, number one, he is number one in this league in PER, player efficiency rating. He's number one because he is scoring 30 points a game with 11 rebounds and 3 assists, which is pretty high. Yeah. But Shaq was really good at
Shaq was better than people thought assisting the basketball.
Look at some of he's 4 and 5 assists a game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But Joel is now career high 52% from the field. He's a career high 38% from 3. He's 7 feet tall, and he can stroke threes. Yeah. But you know what he can really stroke? Free throws. Right. Do you realize that Joel Embiid leads this league in free throw attempts per game? Obviously, he's missed 18, so he's not overall leader. But in attempts per game, he is 12 a game, and it ain't even close because Giannis is only 10 a game. Right. Joel is making 85% of 12 attempts a game. Right. Trust me, that is off the charts great for that man at 7 feet tall. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He has skill. He has touch.
He got nice soft touch. Yeah.
And the other night, he was just killing Dallas, and they were trying to double him.
And that's what you should do. Yeah. When you don't have a true big, you got to try to guard me with Cauley Stein. Yeah. You really, you will put Cauley Stein on me? Really? Okay. That's what you think about me?
It got so bad late in the third quarter. He didn't even play in the fourth quarter, but if we could see the last field goal he made, he's just saying, here comes the double, here comes the double, and he just wheels and does that. That's not fair. Yeah. At 7 feet tall,
he knows it's coming, he goes to the baseline.
Watch this. I'll just fall away. I'm not saying he's Kevin Durant, but that's Durant-ish. Yes. Right? That's a 7-foot tall monster who's just saying, oh, you're sending another, I got this for you.
Right. Because for the longest time, Skip, they tried to play him one-on-one. And that's what where Shaq was great is that, you know, hey, he could pass out of the double team. Yeah. But if you just left one guy and you let Shaq drip, Shaq was dunking.
He's going to dunk every single time. And he might dunk over 2 of you.
Yeah, exactly.
He was literally unstoppable because he was just too big and strong. He was unrefereeable.
And that's what Shaq realized. Shaq realized that I have a size and a height advantage. I'm not going to play small because you guys are small. Yep. Joel Embiid sometimes, Skip, I thought played small because he was playing smaller guys. Now, okay, I don't care if you got a 6'3" guy, y'all mess up and mess the switch up. That's on y'all. I'm punishing whomever got me.
Yep.
I believe he's back there. If I had to say right now, Skip, because what's going to be the difference between a guy missing 22 games and a guy missing 18 games?
I don't know. He's missed 18 of 54 that they played. So he's played 36 of 54 games.
It's hard for me to believe that everybody that's in the MVP discussion aren't going to miss some more games. So the voters are going to have a very tough choice to make, Skip. Okay, Joel Embiid missed 22 games, but the next guy missed 15. Another guy missed 17.
Yep.
Joel has been dominant. They're the number 1 or number 2 seed. Because the question is, can anybody else get that high? Can Jokic get up to the 3rd seed? I don't believe they can, not without Murray. Can James Harden, after he missing them games, even if Joel Embiid falls down to the 2 slot?
Yep. I've told you from the start, I got Embiid over Jokic any way, shape, or form. I'll take him, and I'll take him for MVP, even though Jokic just played. I don't know if he's played every game, but he's played almost.
Yeah, I think he missed like one.
Okay, so I give you that.
Yeah, and he's got he had like 4 straight triple, like 4 or 5, 6 straight triple doubles.
I got it. But this guy leads in PER, and he has led this team to the top of the East. They're now tied with the Nets for the best record in the East, and they may end up with the best record. And if they do, even if he can keep